Let's bring in MS Now senior reporter Josh Einiger, who is live outside the Delaney Hall facility in Newark, and Veronica Cardenas, former ICE Assistant Chief Counsel. Josh, paint the scene for us. What happened overnight and what is going on behind you right now?
Well, Ariel, you see a lot of traffic moving around behind me. We're at a very industrial intersection. The actual facility, Delaney Hall, is down. Well, now there's a truck in the way, but there's a barricade that's keeping people about a half mile away. And of course, it's causing a bit of a traffic mayhem in this part of Newark as well because of all that, which actually speaks to the bigger picture of how disruptive all of these things have been all across the country. Last night, several dozen people were led away in handcuffs after protests got tense once again, as the police, the Newark police and the New Jersey State Police, were expanding a perimeter to comply with the curfew that the mayor of Newark set for 9 o'clock last night, as local authorities try to take control of this situation and prevent ICE from emerging from the facility and doing it themselves. Here's how the governor described the point behind all of this.
We've set out to do three things here: to protect everyone's First Amendment rights to protest peacefully, to prevent ICE from surging into our communities and putting New Jerseyans at risk, and to ensure that people held at Delaney Hall are treated with dignity and according to our Constitution. Together, we're accomplishing those things, and I won't let anyone derail that mission. We're making progress. ICE is behind the facility's gate and not on our streets.
Very small handful of protesters here right now. In fact, they're outnumbered by police and press, as local leaders hope it stays that way and things stay calm for the day. Ariel?
I'm sure they do. And Josh, you saw Mikey Sherrill kind of walking that line there. She's been in a tough spot all week. State police took over for ICE on Friday, and DHS Secretary Mullen thanked her for that. But still, full access to that facility has been pretty spotty. What's the status of the demands that the governor has made to get inside that facility and to improve the conditions there?
Well, so visitation, Ariel, is once again being allowed for family members of some of the detainees inside. Also, congressional delegations. Hakeem Jeffries was able to go visit yesterday and conduct some degree of oversight. But I think, to your point, Ariel, Sherrill is really, as you say, she is walking this very fine line. You've seen it elsewhere in the country when ICE has come in, or at ICE facilities in California, when they have ended up doing the crowd control outside their facility, that's when things have gotten especially ugly. And we saw that at the beginning of this little flashpoint in the last week or so here in Newark. And that is why the governor decided to send in the state police to try to sort of create a buffer so that at least she knew that trained professional law enforcement would be able to take charge of the situation out here.
Josh Einiger, thank you as always for your reporting. And Veronica, who does actually have the oversight authority over privately run federal detention centers like this one?
It is Congress, state and local officials to ensure that they're meeting laws in New Jersey and the state. And the fact that they are not allowing that oversight to occur puts a lot of question marks in what is actually going on. So this has been going on since last year, where state and local officials have been trying to get in to really look at the conditions, because there were issues about whether these facilities were safe, whether they were complying. And it seems like now that detainees are actually speaking out about it. They have this hunger strike and also a labor strike, that the attention is on this facility now.
Veronica, we have detainees being arrested during a legally filed hunger strike, and we saw a senator caught in pepper spray last week. At what point could ICE or facility owners face legal exposure, and do these actions at some point constitute a civil rights violation?
Right, and that is a really great question, and I would like to see New Jersey to be a little bit more aggressive in what they could do in the courts. First of all, the detainees, they are on a labor strike. They're expected to cook, to clean, do laundry, perform maintenance for $1 a day. For the entire day, despite how many hours they work. GEO is a for-profit company, and they're making over millions of dollars unjustly because they're relying on detainees' forced labor, essentially. They state it's voluntary, but they always fear retaliation if they don't comply. And so other other states like Seattle, Washington, they actually sued GEO Company for this unjust enrichment, and they did win a settlement in those cases. So looking to see where the legal avenues are to hold this for-profit company accountable. Another thing that is important, and I have been talking to my clients who are in Delaney. They've called me. There was an altercation last week where there was, pepper spray and people were coughing and some people were injured. And so looking to see who these people are that are enforcing that or hurting the detainees, getting the names of the name tags, because if it's ICE, that may be a little bit harder. But if it's a contractor working for GEO, they don't have the same protections.
Veronica Cardenas, thank you so much for your insight.